But
Yeah.
even the winner Nostradamus, when James asks for the effort, he still carries that head a little bit high. He's still working out what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure. He's still got plenty to learn. Like I said, he gets his head on the side a little bit and wandered around, but when he puts it all together, he's a nice colt, and he's definitely going to be in for a good spring, I'd say.
Yeah, Law worked home well also, and they'd be pretty happy with that. So that was the San Domenico Stakes, the main race of the day, and if you've missed that race, then we'll have a good look. We'll have a good look at those in trackside today. Okay, let's hear from Brad Willer regarding Poisson Stalloon after the PB Lawrence. There is Brad Willer giving us a post-race debrief after Poisson Stalloon went under in his first run today back for the spring. 12 minutes out, Rosehill Gardens race number 8. Final race of the day is the Mounties Group Benchmark 80 over the 1500 metres. We start with number 1, that is Projectile. Gay Waterhouse and Tommy Berry with the Encosta Lago 5-year-old. He's first up here, and he's been tuned up for this, Rich, with a big recent Barrier trial win.
Well, he's had 2 trials, both over the 1200, you know, and he was sent along in the latest trial. And you know, he trialled outstanding, he can roll, but it's a different story on race day, because if you're dominant, you want to lead in a trial, often you get your own way. But geez, he comes back on the toe. He's still got that improvement to come in him, and it's not easy. 1500 first up. But Gay's had a couple first up over trips today, and they've all gone terrific. Bonfire and even Greatwood, I thought was great. I don't want to disregard this horse.
Number 2 is Worldwide. Those clouds up north not arriving quick enough for him today, but we need to see a bit more on some recent runs. Those recent runs were 2 months ago.
Oh, I agree with that. Look, a little freshen up after that 2 months, but just want to see him back and racing a little bit better than what we've seen him.
Lightly raced horses, number 3, Grand Marshal. Chris Waller and Glenn Schofield. Awkward gate for this fellow. 2 trials and he's resuming.
Yeah, look, from that awkward gate means he's probably going to have to go a bit further back than expected. Look for him hitting the line, this horse. I think he bounces around the yards. He's still got improvement to come. He was getting a little bit hot earlier.
Really consistent type is number 4, Corrie Vrecken for Gwenda Markle. Not too far away from Boozy Rouge at Randwick last start.
Well, the simple fact was that he was absolutely travelling. He just didn't see the mile out. 1400s he's go, 15 he just gets, and he gets 1500 a day. He's by magic now. They love the ground, the wet ground, but the rain hasn't come. But he still goes well on top of the ground. You know, he's racing in ultra consistent form, and look, he'll roll forward and find a spot. Right
in the mix again is number 5, the Alfonso. He gets the blinkers on for the first time, draws a lovely gate. He's had a month between the runs.
And that's the only real concern, just a month between runs, but look, the blinkers on to sharpen him up. And coming back to 1500 metres, I think that's a little concern where they outsprint him. But no, he's a solid boy, blinkers on. If that can just sharpen him up, the last furlong is going to be his best.
Number 6, Moral Victory. Steve Wilson trains here locally, doing a really good job with this fellow. He's a tough type, and he was able to score at Rosehill last start.
I think you summed it up. He's tough, isn't he? He's just tough. He was beaten a pimple by Evangelist after winning at Warwick Farm in Newcastle. And last start, he got the money done again. He was super again. He carried 54.5 last start. He carries 54 today. A bit more speed, a bit more open race. But he's a player just for the simple fact that he'll keep finding. Big odds here for number 7, Divatira. Was it a bit of time for this mare, and she'll be fitter for the first up run? She certainly will. The gate's the worry here for Divatira. Look for her hitting the line, the 1500 or suitor. She'll be better again after this run under her belt, but she is a sneaky blowout. It's huge odds. Number 8 is Hunter Jack for Tim Martin and Sam Clipperton. Ran a really good race last start, bumped into a promising one in As Needed. Yeah, well, Timmy's got this horse flying, and look, he's always had good ability, Hunter Jack. I know his most dominant win, well, he's only won twice, come on a heavy track, but his run the other day here was super behind at Randwick behind As Needed. Before that was behind Cluster and Rock Sturdy. The barrier's his biggest worry. Number 9 is La Venta. This man was able to break through at Rosehill just the other day. She beat Mysabil, and Mysabil ran well earlier. It certainly did, well, and La Venta just looking to get a little bit of luck from that little bit of a draw. She was honest the other day. She did get things to suit. This race has probably got a little bit more depth than what she had the other day, but she carries the same weight. If she can get across without that petrol being spent and get into a nice spot, she's only got to fight on.
Number 11 here is Black Revolver for the Wallercam. James McDonald to ride. Went down by the barest of margins to Moral Victory last start.
Geez, you know, I just think if he can get one win, he might win a few more races. He really charged the other day. He keeps looking well, but he seems to always just find one better or find unlucky. He's got the firm track. The rain hasn't come. He's got 54. He's on the limit weight. It's been a long time since he's carried the limit weight. That might just be what he needs.
Number 12 is Bradman, gets the inside draw today, this fellow, and he ran second last start at Warwick Farm to Cocktail Timer, who again has run well since.
Well, they rode him more aggressive the other day, and I think he really responded to that. He gets barrier one. Timmy Clark, he'll try and be as close as I can. It was Cocktail Time who had to sit behind, went up the inside. Cocktail Time's run second in Saturday Grade in a tougher race. Oh, geez, I think he's a big odds, $21.
Number 13, Downston Charlie, gets his chance from a good draw again. Jeff Lloyd for David Payne. Midfield to Moral Victory last start.
On the limit weight, going well. His worry is he just more explosive on wetter ground? Or is he more explosive like when he gets to Randwick where there's that little bit more given the track? But, you know, the track's the concern for him, but he looks well.
Up from Kembla Grange is number 14, Henny at the first, a last start Kembla winner in a benchmark 65.
Well, he beat Was Meant to Be, sat 4 wide without cover on Wednesday and got beat in the last bound. He gets a soft barrier here with no weight on his back. His last 2 runs, his first 2 runs, his preparation have been super duper. I know that he jumps way in grey, but geez, you're going to get a soft run.
Keen to see Impulsive Spirit again here. Of course, this horse went to the Kenzo track, was a heavily backed favourite and just didn't handle those conditions. His win at Warwick Farm before that was a win of a very good horse.
Well, let's go through it. His win at Canberra was very good, and of course he's now with Joe Pride. He went to Warwick Farm, was explosive. He beat Love Takes Over, Gilead, Prince of Destiny. They'd all be 100 to 1 here. Well, they'd be big odds. He then was off the map. And his excuses. A lot of horses can bounce back bad runs on that Kensington track. Or is the form behind him not good enough? Joe Pride's got a wrap on him. He looks great. He just needs luck where he's drawn to show, and then he's got to back up whether his form lines are good enough.
Thought Lucky could run a bit of a cheeky race here. The Lucky Owners 5-year-old for Steve Engelbrecht didn't mind the first up run at Warwick Farm behind Perfect Weapon.
I backed him that day. I thought he had a great chance. He gets a soft barrier today. He certainly strips that bit fitter. Invariably he runs well fresh. And he might just need that little bit further, and that's the only little worry. But from the better barrier, if he can hold a spot, I agree.
And it's good to see number 17, Great Choice, back in town. Winona Costin rides again for Brett Thompson. Just went a bit keenly at Canterbury last start. No weight on the back again.
I agree, Richard. She did it. They wanted to get rolling, but he just wouldn't settle. He just got going. He grabbed the bit and was off and gone. If he can relax, I agree with 51 kilos, he can certainly bounce back. It's not an easy race to finish for the punters. 3 the Alfonso, 13 Dowston Charlie, 11 Black Revolver, 800 Jack, 5, 13, 11 and 8. Stevie Wilson joins me, and I tell you what, he bounced into the track today. Moral Victory, I think Richie Haynes summed it up when he talked about Moral Victory. He'll be there because he's tough and he doesn't know when to give in.
Yep, that's right. He's got a heart of gold and he'll be right all the way to the line.
What have you done with him in the last fortnight since he got the money?
Not much. He just ticks away. Gallop on Tuesday went good. We're here again.
Rolls forward.
Rolls forward. Hope for the best.
Let's hope you're cheering again.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
There's Stevie Wilson, and he's got the thing in the last. We had to bring you back to the last, Kathy, because it looks a very open race. What do you think from the yard?
Does look an open race, and there's plenty in the yard that look really well, but I've gone with 9, 5 and 7. 9 La Venta, I thought looked really relaxed in the yard. She looks like she's in a great headspace and ready to produce a good run here today. And I thought Alfonso cantering down to the gates looks keen and good to run another nice race here again. He's been very consistent lately. And 7 Divatire, I've had a little bit to do with this mare. I think she's stepping up to the 1500 from a good 1400 first up run. I think looks like she's come back a bit stronger this time, and I think she could be one to produce a good finish late if there's enough speed on for her. So my numbers from the yard are 9, 5 and 7.
Thank you very much, Kathy. 9, 5 and 7. And, of course, the Moody stable looking to finish with a bang. Projectile, 14 out to 16. Worldwide, 100 to 1. Grand Marshal, $61. Corrie Vecken, 15 into 12. The Alfonso, 5 out to 550. Moral Victory, 11 to 15. Divitaire, 31 unmoved. Hunter Jack, $8.50, got back into $7. Number 9, La Vienta. La Vienta is $10 into $8.50. 10's out. Number 11, Black Revolver, $6 out to $7. Bradman, 21. You wouldn't believe it. $21 for Bradman. I was with Neil Harvey yesterday. I regard as number 2, I think, Australian cricketer of all time, and Alan Davidson was with us. 13 Dowdston Charlie, $11 out to $14. Henny the First, which is number 14. Henny the First has been 17 out to $26. Impulsive Spirit, $10 into $7.50. Got out to 10, and they've really smashed into $7.50. Lucky, Lucky, Lucky has been $21 and pretty solid right throughout, betting at 21, and the bottom one, Great Choice, also the same, out to $21.
A big field to face the starter in the final event at Rosehill Gardens. Getting a bit gloomy. Rain stayed away. It's been good. Are there any late moves coming here in the betting ridge?
Well, according to the team upstairs, the best back runners, number 800 Jack, 15 Impulsive Spirit, and Black Revolver, and the Alfonso. But the market move is number 800 Jack. $41 they put up 100 Jack during the week. $41, and that's without deductions. $41 they put 100 Jack up. This morning you could have had $14. It's now $7, $8.50 into $7. It's your market mover. Number 800 Jack in front of number 5, the Alfonso. But number 8, 100 Jack, your market mover, $8.50 into 7. $41 the other day. Seemed huge odds. The Alfonso, $5.50 back into 5. Black Revolver, 7 back into $6.50. And Impulsive Spirit, 10 into $7.50. Don't forget, Racing Review tomorrow morning. Racing Review, 8:30, the new time slot, 8:30 to 9:30, then a replay at 10 to 11. Racing Review tomorrow morning. Lee Jordan's going to come in, of course, from Racing Victoria, who really has his eyes, Hainsey, and is the recruitment for Racing Victoria, and heading into a spring carnival where I think a lot of horses from overseas are going to play a big role. It'll give our punters and the TVN viewers an insight heading into the big carnival. Yeah,
for sure. Pretty keen to hear about the Japanese horses. There's a horse called Band, won there, I think it was last week. He looks like a real star. Kathy, clouds coming over. In your experience, when it comes to race horses, what do they like the least? Is it rain, hail, wind? What is it that they just can't cop?
Oh, I'd probably say the thing that upsets them the most is wind, more so than rain. I guess hail too, but it doesn't often hail at the races. But I'd definitely say on a windy day, you'd see plenty of horses that'll really stir right over, and they just can't seem to handle it for some reason.
Yeah, no, a bit like humans as well, in a way. But yeah, no. They're hardy animals. They can handle any kind of conditions. But we're going to get this race run and won before what looks some ominous clouds do hit us. Final event from Rosehill Gardens. Good luck if you're alive in the quaddie. Let's head to Mark Sheen for the call.
So Impulsive Spirit comes up. Dowdston Charlie goes in. Divatira is away with Worldwide. And Projectiles, the other one, out of the stalls. Getting pretty dark here. Luckily the rain stayed away and we've got through the meeting. Now Divatira is moving up. And I'd say they're all in. Starters about to let them go. And they're off and racing now. And coming out quite quickly, La Venta. Now, Moral Victory missed the start, and he's ended up near the back of the field. So there's a surprise. La Venta will be left in front here from Great Choice, who's going through near the inside. And Corrie Vrecken is not all that far away, followed by Projectile and Bradman. And then came the Alfonso. Impulsive Spirits going up on the outside of Worldwide. Then came Henny the First, who's in the next group, with Dowdston Charlie also starting to make up a little bit of ground around the outside, followed by Lucky Lucky Lucky, and then Black Revolver, who's in the second half of the field. Moral Victory after missing the start a long way back, followed by Divatira. Tira, Grand Marshal and Worldwide last of all. They head down the side of the track. The leader, Great Choice now from La Venta. Then Corrie Reckon, followed by Bradman. Projectile running fifth, but off the track the Alfonso is threading between horses. He's starting to pick up ground with Hunter Jack, and then Impulsive Spirit Henny the first, followed by Lucky and Black Revolver's also starting to make up some ground, followed by Moral Victory. As they turned for home, La Venta went up to Great Choice and Corrie Reckon made a line of three. The Alfonso and Hunter Jack are right behind them, and further back was Bradman and Black Revolver's running on down the outside. Corrie Reckon is the leader from the Alfonso, and Black Revolver is starting to belt down the centre of the track. It's Black Revolver moving up now to the Alfonso. Black Revolver on the outsides hit the front, and Black Revolver will go down and beat the Alfonso and Lucky. Then Hunter Jack, followed by Corrie Reckon. Then Moral Victory. Grand Marshal was next. And further back was La Venta, Bradman, Worldwide, Great Choice, Henny the first, Impulsive Spirit, Diva Tira, Doudston, Charlie and Projectile after a wide run has finished last of all.
Well, Chris Wallace started the day with the trifecta. He finishes the day with the Quinella. Number 11, Black Revolver, was his chance today. There was no excuses. Down to the limit weight. The speed was genuine, and he really zipped home. Alfonso was good back in journey at number 16, Lucky Lakey, made up plenty of ground. 11, Black Revolver. James McDonald finishes with a treble. Beats number 5, the Alfonso. Lucky will run third, and officially fourth was the other one right there. Was it Hunter Jack? I'll get back to you. But 11, 5, 16.
And I suppose a reward for consistency for this horse. In fact, Hunter Jack did run fourth. Kathy, this horse has been racing really well lately. He might have just had the one win beside his name, but he'd been all around the mark, and that was actually a fairly soft win.
It was a soft win in the finish. Like you say, he's been ultra consistent and deserved the win today. So good ride too from James, and he's had a big day. I think that's 3 winners for him. To round off a good day really for both James and the Hawkses.
Yeah, no, and he's not bad. One C Waller as well. Quinella's the race. Corrie Reckon tried hard, just got a bit tired the last little bit. The Alfonso was right there. Maybe just a little bit dour the final 100 metres. Black Revolver with that better sprint. Lucky runs a cheeky race at odds, but Rich, it's fair to say all honours with the winner there. Just his second win, Black Revolver, and that might just be the confidence boost he needs.
Exactly right. Well, Chris, you started the day with the trifecta in the first. You finished with the Quinella.
Yeah, that'll do us, won't it, Richard? But it was a good effort from the winner. Today was his day. He's had a few questionable runs, mainly on wet tracks, but I think on a better track he is a better horse. So it's good to see him get out in the open today, and he really dug deep today. It was good to see.
He won his first start. He had to get another win under his belt, and he got it today.
Yeah, he probably won that first start a bit too soon. It just sort of left him exposed and having to race in Saturday races. But he's put it all together now, and I thought the Alfonso, it was a great ride, but it was sort of a hustle-bustle sort of a race where the other horse got out in the open and peeled clear. But with the blinkers on, I think you'll see the Alfonso win some good races ahead.
Well done. You got the half the program.
Thanks very much.
Chris Waller finishes with a bang. He wins half the races. The favourite in the last in Melbourne's Gregors. He's odds on. It's odds on. $1.95. We'll head there to Bruce Clark. I'm ready. James McDonald gets the last, just as we just get a couple of sprinkles of rain. Or was that my old man walking part? No, we get a couple of sprinkles of rain from above. James McDonald's going to come and weigh in. The chief steward's here, Ray Murray, and Black Revolver gets the job done in the Blue Blood Thoroughbreds. And, geez, it was good to see him. He won on debut. He'd had a couple of conventions since, but that was the real Black Revolver today. He really attacked.
Yeah, he was really good. Obviously, a great run. He tracked up beautifully and he saved a lot of ground. He showed a good turn of foot and he was far too good for him.
Good day at the office?
Yeah, brilliant. It's good to ride for good trainers and it helps.
Well done.
Thanks.
James McDonald, our champion rider of last year, finishes with a treble. He won the feature race, of course, the Nostradamus, entirely platinum, and he finishes with Black Revolver. 11, 5, 16 and 8, 129.06, 34.79. A length and a quarter by 2.5. The Revolver outshoots them.
reckon it's not going to be long now. In fact, I can feel it sprinkling. Just to make sure you get it.
I'm just going to get a few people to say on the thing, look at the camera and say, are we ready?
You want to do it now, mate?
What?
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, not on me. I'm just going to get, so it's just a matter of, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll TVN.
5 seconds.
I can't do that.
Oh, just say happy birthday, Terry Bailey.
All set, mate?
Yeah, fuck, doesn't matter.
Yep. Happy birthday to my fellow Saints supporter, Terry Bailey.
Sweet. There, Carol. Yeah, when they come out.